topic. Now, before we get on this topic, this is all alleged. Nothing has been confirmed.
I'm not talking about this.
We have some sources. Some sources have said that there is going to be a new basketball coach at St. Paul Central, man. I'm not sure how true this is. I heard this from a few sources, so don't kill me.
You got one of them sound effects that's like dun dun dun.
Yeah, we got something scary.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff?
He's a freak. He's a freak. He's a freak. He's a freak.
No, that wasn't that. That wasn't that, man. That wasn't that. That was acceptable, man. It's who do you think you are, man? I don't know, man. But allegedly, there's a new coach. There's gonna be a new coach or a new hire or something like that. Right. I don't know how the city will react to something like that, just because based off when somebody's had a job for that long, a coaching job for that long,
25 years,
or 25 plus years, I don't know what the reaction will be, because the main thing is going to be who's coming in to replace this guy.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were kind of talking about it recently, and I know you said that you might try to apply for the job, man.
Yeah, hey, Central, man. Hey. Might come home. Psych.
No, honestly though, even if it ain't this year, it's like the question is still the same. Like, how do you feel that position?
How do you feel that position when the person's been there for that long? Like, I don't even know if it's really one of them things where it's like, who is like, do you put on like a voting system? Do you let the people pick, or
the ADs usually got the decision, right? Or who
the AD. So like, y'all remember when we had that conversation about picking the North coach?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
So I don't know. Every school might be different, but if I don't know, like I said, I don't know how Central ran, if the parents participate in picking, because this is new. This is 25 years.
This is 25 years.
So good question. Like, that is a good question. Like, how do you decide? Because are the parents involved? The AD, of course, going to be involved because he does the hire, but she. I apologize.
Yep.
I apologize. She does the hire. So, what's the steps to? Yeah, that's a good question.
It's honestly comes down to who's qualified for the job. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I'll be trying to think like who in the city right now that I know that wants to coach, that should coach, and I don't know. You know what I mean? One of them, me personally, and I ain't trying to put, this is just me talking. One of my, former coaches said that he wants to get back coaching. You know what I'm saying? And I think he would be he should have been at that position. Yeah. He should have had a head coaching job position. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Coach Malik Davis. You know what I'm saying? If a person like him was to come in, I think that the program would be turned over up. Man,
at least he was already there. So at least
he's already there. He knows the city. He knows the community. He knows ball. Like Coach Malik knows what he knows. Like when it comes to basketball, the community, I don't know another candidate that I could just pick out right now off my head. First Central right now. Yeah. I don't know. How you feel about that, LB?
He thought he was about to talk.
As far as people that could coach there and help, I think myself.
I agree.
I think Dre Ellis. I think Cam Smith could do it. And I also think Coach Malik would also be a good candidate.
That sounds like that could be the new coaching staff for Central. All y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question, LD. You think about applying?
No.
Yeah,
hold on. Why you threw yourself in there though? So
that's all.
We were just talking about who we think as coaches could be there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
What do you? Because like if they don't, well, I ain't gonna lie to you. All those, when you say all of those players right there, those are
Eric Coleman too. My bad. Big EC. I think he could too.
If EC, shout out to EC. Yeah, shout out to. We just talking to EC. Just talking to EC literally before I came here. Like if EC wants to do that, I see now we're getting somewhere. Now we have a list where
these are players. That's the common thread, right?
Yo, that's the common thread right there. That all these dudes that we named, every single one of them played. Like when you played the game, it's a little bit different. You got a different look to it. It's not just X's and O's. It's not just saying, you know,
And
your
they
little
all
trademarks.
they all got relationships with the community. Like
Exactly.
All of
like
them.
Dre Ellis got a nice young team right now. Like if he brought that team with from what they doing to high school with him at Central, you know what I'm saying? Like
And all these
It'd just be
dudes
great.
have coached like high school reps. It's not like they're just AAU coaches or just like side time. They actually have coached high school, you know, reps and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think all those names would be good. I think EC one kind of really is interesting because I'm like, that would be crazy because I know the amount of people who would want their kids just to that would be next level. Like, because we talk about that all the time. You know, you always mention parents. Like, when it comes to athletes, you always got to mention the parents too, because sometimes they be putting the battery in their kids' back. Like, most of us, I know, at least, I know me, him, I know, shit. For the most people, our pops was real with us. They wasn't lying to us and just telling us nonsense. Like, they wasn't saying BS. And, like, even if I was wrong, even if the coach was wrong, my dad would tell me, so, man,
suck it up.
yeah, like what
You ain't get baby.
No, it used to be like, so what you telling me the coach wrong gonna do for you playing?
Right.
What that gonna do? And I'm like, no, you're right though. That's why it's like a lot of the parents. So I don't know, man. Like,
It's gonna be controversial.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be, but that's the main thing because a lot of parents don't feel comfortable having their kids go there right now.
Yeah,
And
that's sad.
it's actually it's overkill. I feel like for a lot of it is overkill. Like there's some people who I personally know they have a story. They can say some stuff where I was like, okay, I seen that. I was there, bro. I was a witness. Like if it was like some court, I'd have been on the man. I don't want to say nothing, but you know, and that's one of those where it's like I seen it, but then there's other people that just get on the stand, they just lie. You know what I'm saying? They lie, they make up things. So a lot of the stuff is so that's why it's just time for a reset in general. You know what I'm saying? These same people might complain once a new coach come in anyway.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of just weed it out. But when you have the same face for 25-something years, bro, it's hard for people not to see something. But it's like, that's why in America you got to give up the presidency. You can't have the whole thing for the whole 8 years. You got to at least got to win it back. Like, they can't just, you see other countries, they be presidents for like 30-some years. Like, they're not going nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
So,
I think too is like what you was saying, like when people, when you coach there so long and people don't have nothing good to say about you, that's a problem. You know, like when there's more bad about you than good, that's a problem.
it wouldn't be a problem if you were winning.
Everybody
right.
knows that.
If you were winning, it wouldn't be a problem.
Correct.
Because I'm sure there's people that win and they don't like them too, but they're winning, so you can't say nothing.
But I think too, like even like some games, I know some players that went to Central as well and had things to say about them. And like even when they was winning and the coaching system and style just, I mean, I guess when you win, you I guess you can not complain about that because you still won. I was about to say like they complain about like how the coaching is. Like getting took out when you hot. Like I just hit 2 threes in a row and I just got taken out, you know, things like that.
Besides the complaints I know about, every complaint has been some personal stuff. It's not been about basketball, in my opinion, for the most part.
Okay.
For the most
That's
part.
important to say though.
That's what I've seen for the most part. You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's outside of the court.
I think the community wants to see a new face, and that's just, you know, the community wants to see a new face. You know, like a lot of people blame, you know, we live in a world where people blame everybody for their problems, you know. So if you got one brother that didn't make a team or another brother or cousin, and they all related, when they all sitting there and they seeing other people that they know that they think they better than they hooping officially, they're only gonna think about the guy that stopped them. They're not gonna be like, oh, I wasn't going to class.
Right.
Oh, I wasn't handling my
Wasn't
business
good
at school.
enough.
Like, yeah, they don't want to say that part, and that's why I'm not finna say that on Facebook because I'm not finna defend people when it comes to that. Like people have their flaws. Everybody does. We're human. Yeah. But some of the stuff be personal attacks. So I think, man, maybe you know, if the news is true and there's gonna be a new coach there, that might be just something, a good reset for everybody. A new basketball coach at least. I mean, they still got a young team. They got Eli over there. They got Tess. They got Sefi. They got some people over there. They got some young dudes over there that can hoop a little bit. So I know the community behind them still. But
I think the most important thing about this whole situation, this allegation or whatever, that if it's true or not, whoever that they bring in, you got to remember when you talk about St. Paul, you talk about Central and Johnson, and none to Como, none disrespect to Como, Highland, Wash.
Basketball specifically,
like
though.
Basketball
specifically.
Basketball specifically. You talk about them teams, and when you go from Central and Johnson fighting back and forth for the city title, when you bring in this person, this can be either a good thing or a bad thing. This could be where Central excel, or this is the downfall. You know, because this could be a rebuilding stage. Obviously, it is going to be a real. If this is true, it's going to be a rebuilding.
Yeah, if it's
stage.
true, because you don't. It's 25 years. It's
Yeah, and you go from Central being a top school in the city, number 1 or number 2, depending on who you asking and what year it is.
What, conference champs 2 years in a row.
You know,
right?
that's
Right.
what I said. Depending on the year, who you asking.
Got his
Number 1 and
accolades.
number 2.
He got his accolades to St. Paul. No one can take that from him. You know what I'm saying? As far as conference champions and Twin City games and that, you know, I mean, I guess Vern has an argument, of course, but just outside of them, like when it comes to what he's done, he got a resume.
Yeah.
Like,
so keeping that same
I don't-
level of intensity with what he have won and did for the city, this person they got some shoes to fill, especially at Central when arguably. Not even arguably, Central supposed to be the number 1 school in the city by far.
it's the first school ever in Minnesota.
Supposed to be
State.
the number 1 school in the city by far.
Get it correct. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me?
Nah, this
So,
man.
you know, whoever the new coach is, if there is going to be a new coach, man, he got some some shoes to fill, and they have a big community over there as well. And I know
think-
that the community over there is real big on their school over there.
Whoever the coach is going to be under more pressure than Coach Howe ever was.
For sure.
Whenever he
Howe don't
even
care.
even like just say like this is all true and he does end up stepping down and he goes somewhere else. That person is gonna have to deal with all of this. And like don't let them be a person that they didn't want to get picked.
Right.
I mean, they don't even gonna know you. And gonna be like, oh, what the hell does he know about the first thing they're gonna do?
question.
They're gonna dissect everything about you. They're gonna look at you. They're gonna try to study your background. You know, like, you know, we talked about some of the stuff that I'm not gonna allude to what when it comes to that. But if you bring in a certain person, it just has to be if the people don't trust them, you're gonna have the same thing, and it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
Because we have cell phones now.
And coaches already coming in with their own style and system, so the players may fit. The players that's there now may fit or may not fit that coach. Every coach is different.
Yeah.
You know, so that might be another thing too, where like this player started, this player ain't getting that much time as he did last year. It's a lot of factors that play into having a new coach. And, you know, going to college and, like I said, we play AAU, different coach, high school, different coach, college, different coach. Now, none of our coaches was the same. And I don't think there was, I can speak for majority of people. I think I speak for everybody. I don't think there was no coach that you ever played for that was the same as your previous coaches. So, you know, coming into Central with a new coach, if, again, there's a new coach.
Yeah, if there is a new coach.
It's going like you said, it's going to be a lot of conflict early in the first couple years, not even just first couple years, because you're coming in with a new system. Then you bring your own team, assistant coaches gone. It's a whole new system.
You got to reset, though, man. You got to reset. When you see the same face over and over again, I mean, I know it's not like college and the pros where it's like you're going to see the same players for like, well, I guess kind of it is. When you look at how much players in the NBA get traded now, they're not even there for 4 years no more. They'll be there for a little bit and they'll trade you. So, man, you got to treat that the same way, man. If the results ain't coming in and it's been one way, if you want to meet new expectations, you're going to have to take risks. So, like I said who I think my pick is. All those picks he named are definitely all highly candidates.
It's gonna be crazy. I love to see that.
If they want it, because
Yeah.
that's the next question. Like, do they want that? Who wants that position? Like,
yeah, because it's gonna come with.
it's coming with a lot, bro.
What if it's somebody that not even from the city?
Like, what's their basketball background? That's
But
the
that's
first
what I'm
thing.
saying. I
That's
can
the first
see
thing you
Central.
got to ask yourself.
I can see Central possibly picking a coach. But again, it's just me, my opinion.
We gonna see
Somebody that's not from the city or known because of
of
the
that.
conflicts.
Because of that, what you say, LD?
I know they will.
So you
Because of the conflicts, so they ain't got.
So they'll try to avoid all the politics and try to hire just somebody who.
I don't even know who the AD is.
It's I'll tell you, yeah, I've seen her a couple times. I know.
No, like I said,
Yeah,
no
but where's she
disrespect,
from?
man, just
I don't know.
All the other ADs, we knew who Miss Funk was. She
No.
went to St. Paul High. We knew who Galloway.
Galloway was.
He from the city.
He from the city. I still see him.
They changing everything in front of us.
so y'all don't even know who the AD is. That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
No,
Oh,
we
shit.
know. I know what she is. I just don't know
Is
her
she
name.
from the city or not?
No, well, yeah, like that. I don't know where she's from. Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna play a big part too. Like I said, like when you
that's a good point.
yeah, because then Central, like I said, it's a household name.
But we don't know.
Central
She
is
could be from St. Paul.
She could be from St. Paul. So let me stop woofing.
I was just
She might.
He just brought up a good
I'm from
point.
St. Paul, so let me stop woofing.
So that was still a good point though, because like where you're from does matter. So, and like you said, the AD plays a huge part in that. Plays the part in that. So I mean, like most of the ADs. Past ADs at least. I've seen her at some games. I'm not gonna lie. I cover a lot of Central games. I've seen her at away games, not just home games. Yeah. So you're at them games. Galloway, Funk, they were at them games. Like, and they were known in the community. You would see them at the grocery store locally. Like, no, I guess like real. Like when it comes to like, especially now at this time right now, this is what we need, community based. So if they do try to take that route and try to just, go, we don't want to deal with the controversy, we'll go outside. It says a lot. It says a lot, and
keep it.
It's just gonna make us keep on pushing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just building more of a city-based platform for the inner city. And it needs to be shedding the light that we kind of we from this.
That's some real.
We from this.
Yeah, that's real right there. And like you said, all the candidates are St. Paul grown,
and these are dudes that literally. He named like all them dudes he names like college graduates. He named and got actual basketball backgrounds. They know the games. EC is a professional. You see him right behind me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's definitely I guess we're gonna have to just wait and see. I want to even know, how does something like that even get announced officially? It's not like we're in college. Like
post it on Facebook.
I know, right? Yeah, literally, right? Yeah, literally. That's what it's gonna be. That's why it's like.
Damn.
So I guess we'll be
just announce it.
Just announce it, yeah. There should be like media coverage over that. Like, what's going on? It's
there's gonna be a lot of round of applause if this is true.
Oh no, bro, they're about to lose their mind, bro. There's people who probably never even thought about playing basketball for the men. I saw a person that didn't even play sports, a girl. I don't even know. I never liked him. I'm sitting there like, why? I'm like, why?
Never played for him?
I'm like, why? He just made my life a living hell. I'm like, by doing what? Telling you to go to class? Because they talking about some basketball stuff. They're not talking about what you talking about. That's why I be like, people just, they crazy, bro. What I say when it was popping off, I said, man, some of y'all will blame Coach Al for y'all not being an Avenger. Like, it's his fault.
Any little thing.
A little thing. But no, that's kind of how I feel about that situation. Like I said, this is all alleged. This is unplugged. This is what we do. We kind of just have our conversations, our perspective. So don't harm us too bad.
Don't take nothing personal.
It's all good. Somebody's gonna be mad. We don't care. That's what we do it for, man. But
Leak, you ain't had nothing to say. Leak.
Yeah, how you feel about that, Malik?
Yeah, good. Y'all was saying everything I was thinking. So
I want to hear your thoughts too, man.
I still want to hear.
They about to kill me in D3.
Yeah, for sure. I'm over here thinking the same thing. Like LD just sitting back and let us just go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Leak just sitting there. Like,
And that's the thing I was saying. I'm like, look at LD just saying nothing. Yo, he's sitting there doing this.
Ain't no need for me.
You gotta watch his body language. He's like, he might agree, but he ain't gonna say nothing.
It's too close to home.
I ain't have to say nothing.
He just know.
We just talked about which coaching candidate, so I talked about that.
He brought it up. Good.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right, man. I guess we'll be back here next Wednesday if we don't get lynched by the mob people, by the lynch mob. You know what I'm saying?
By the sports mob.
By the sports mob. The sports mob might get us.
Hey, I can't wait till these come out because the Facebook OGs.
Oh yeah, they go.
Man,
I can't wait for y'all to clip this up, bro. Yes, sir. Put these out.
Hey, me and Wayne was going back and forth. I was just like LD in my head. I'm like LD, man, you gotta.
All right, man.
Man.
Why they looking for LD?